This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Monday, November 20th, 2023. I'm Kate Sharon. Indianapolis-based organization Carbon Neutral Indiana deploys a multifaceted approach to reducing carbon emissions, including offsetting home and business pollution, inspiring Eagle Scout projects, and supporting carbon offset projects. However, the overarching goal is to breed conversation to create compounding bottom-up change and change social norms. Daniel Pointer, Carbon Neutral Indiana founder.
Right now, we're all creating carbon trash and putting it out the window. We don't think about it. We don't pay for it. In the future, that will be unacceptable. Every Boy Scout learns that when you go camping, you don't leave candy wrappers on the campsite. You got to clean up after yourself. It's the same thing with carbon emissions.
Part of his organization's mission is to engage people in how they can reduce their emissions, so the Single Issue Not-for-Profit started on the granular level by assisting homeowners with measuring and offsetting their carbon footprint. According to the website, the not-for-profit has offset over 15,000 tons of carbon dioxide, similar to planting 600,000 trees on 1,500 acres. Tippecanoe County Commissioners voted unanimously Monday to institute a 9-month moratorium on high-capacity water withdrawals and transfers, a direct review of a state proposal to pump water from aquifers connected to the Wabash River and transport it to Boone County for a high-tech manufacturing district. The move comes as the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, the state's quasi-public job creation agency, faces pushback for its exploration of a plan to pump as many as 100 million gallons of water per day from aquifers connected to the Wabash River. The water would then be piped to Boone County to support advanced manufacturing developments at the LEAP Innovation and Research District near Lebanon. The IEDC is the agency overseeing LEAP. The ordinance bans large water withdrawals and gives the county the ability to order a work stop notice and levy a fine of up to $2,500 per day that high-volume water withdrawals occur. But whether the ordinance has any teeth remains to be seen. Indiana has a new Solicitor General. IIB's Alex Brown has more.
James Barta, formerly the Deputy Solicitor General in the Indiana Attorney General's office, has been promoted to Solicitor General, only the second attorney in the state's history to serve in that role. Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita announced Barta as his pick for Solicitor General on Monday. He replaces Thomas Fisher, the state's first and longtime Solicitor General, who is now with the group EdChoice. Barta had served as Fisher's deputy since 2022. As Solicitor General, he will oversee litigation involving constitutional challenges and other issues of vital interest to the state government, according to Rokita's office. Barta has litigated cases in courts as high as the U.S. Supreme Court. In Indiana, Barta has worked on cases involving sanctuary cities, absentee voting, and the requirement for sex offenders to register with the state. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to Engage Central Indiana, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. You won't want to miss our fireside chat with Governor Holcomb and the Michael A. Carroll Award presentation to Mitch Daniels. Plus, we'll dive into the important issues shaping the region's economy. It's December 6th at the JW Marriott in downtown Indy. RSVP at ibj.com/engage.
Destiny Wells, who was seen as the Indiana Democratic Party's best chance at taking statewide office in 2022, will run for Attorney General in 2024. Her long-rumored run became official Monday when Wells, 39, announced she would seek the Democratic nomination in the 2024 primary election. If successful, she would face Attorney General Todd Rokita, a Republican, in the general election. This is Wells' second run for statewide office. As a candidate for Secretary of State in 2022, Wells advocated for removing restrictions on absentee mail-in voting and criticized her Republican opponent Diego Morales, who faced accusations of sexual misconduct, voter fraud, and improper campaign spending during his campaign. Vigo County History Center in Terre Haute has launched a campaign to help fund needed repairs to its building due to water damage. Part of the effort will include repainting the iconic birthplace of the Coca-Cola bottle mural on the building's east wall. The center says heavy rainstorms that occurred since January 2022 have caused water to infiltrate the interior wall on every floor of the former Ehrman Manufacturing Building, which was built in 1895. The east facade of the building has approximately 42,000 bricks, and the center is giving people the chance to buy a brick as a way to support the project. The IU Angel Network is investing in a footwear company after an alumnus and adjunct professor's venture capital firms also saw potential. The IU Ventures investment arm said in a news release that it's supporting Austin, Texas-based Helm Boots to improve its limited marketing efforts, which had previously caused the brand to not meet its ceiling. The investment, the network said, will revitalize the company's market presence. Inspiring confidence in IU, Prospect, Kentucky-based venture capital firm Wabi Capital also backs the company and is led by alumnus Justin Delaney. The Porter County Community Foundation has announced recipients in the foundation's biannual grant cycle. The foundation awarded a total of nearly $100,000 to 15 local not-for-profit organizations, including the Compass International Family Center, Dress for School, and Hilltop Neighborhood House. The awards come as part of the Porter County Foundation's annual distribution of about $350,000 from its community fund. The next deadline for community fund grant applications is February 15th. Sagamore Institute president and former state senator Teresa Lubbers is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Kate Sharon for Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.